Okay, right? So yesterday we were trying to understand how do I connect on-premises to Azure. So this was the whole discussion which we had, right? So on-premise to Azure connectivity. Okay. So let us quickly go through yesterday's class. In yesterday's class, at the last, I have said that, okay, basically whenever you want to consider this kind of a communication, okay, so how do we basically work it through? I want to connect my on-premise network to Azure. Then we have tried to understand work from home connections, okay, and understand work from home connections are referred as point to site, okay. Now let us see in Azure what are the different possibilities, right? So VPN connections in Azure. Okay. The first thing which you want to understand is whenever you want to create any kind of VPN connection, okay, there is something special that you need to do in your Azure virtual network. Okay. So in Azure virtual network, okay. So generally we create subnets, right? Yeah. Okay. Subnet one and all of that stuff. Okay. So let me log in into Azure. Okay. So let me go to virtual networks. Right now I don't have any virtual network, but let me add a virtual network very quickly. Okay. Testing. Uh, I'll call it as test virtual network. I'm okay with the default ranges. I would basically say review and create. Okay. So if you go to this subnet, I'm quite sure that, okay, where is it? Okay. We are aware of how do I add a subnet. But what is this gateway subnet? What is this gateway subnet? That is where we will try to start our discussion with. Okay, right? So let us try to understand what is gateway subnet, okay, in Azure. What is the whole gateway subnet in Azure, right? So now gateway subnet is also part of your what do you call your address space of your okay. So let me try to add information about it. Okay. So before I get into that, what is gateway subnet? Because I'm quite sure we know what the other subnet is, right? Review. Okay. /images/azvnet 108.png. I think it is vnet 108.png. Right. Okay, good. Now, this gateway subnet, okay, is especially required whenever you are trying to create any kind of VPN connections. Okay. So now, why is that required? Okay. Right. So let us try to understand why is that required. Okay. So gateway subnet. The basic reason why I require a gateway subnet is gateway subnet contains the IP address that the virtual network gateway service uses. Am I clear on this? Virtual network gateway services uses. Right? So basically, what is this virtual network gateway? Okay, that would be our next question. So we'll go question by question. Right? So what is virtual network gateway? Okay, so a virtual network gateway is, okay, generally it is composed of two or more VMs, okay, that are deployed to specific subnet. Okay, so that specific subnet in our case is gateway subnet. Okay, right? And basically, these VMs contain routing tables and specific gateway services. Okay. What are these gateway services meant for? Okay. So these gateway services, okay, which help in configuring VPN connections. Okay. Am I clear on this? So creating a virtual network gateway takes approximately 45 minutes to complete. Okay. So when you create basically a virtual network gateway, what happens? The VMs are basically created. Okay. And now, whenever you try to create this virtual network gateway, okay, what you can try to specify is you can try to specify something like, okay, what is the kind of connection which you are trying to basically create. Okay, so are you trying to create a VPN gateway which is used basically in a VNet to VNet connections, or do you want to create connect to the on-premise devices, right? What are these kind of configurations? So basically whenever you are trying to work with, okay, VPN, two things become important. One is gateway subnet, the other one is virtual network gateway. Am I clear on this? So in here, okay, you will be creating, okay, let me use a different color over here. Huh? Gateway subnet. Am I clear on this? So if your network range is 10.10.0.0/16, okay. So generally for these subnets, you will try to give the smaller ranges, right? 10.10.0.0/24. For the gateways and subnet, it is always a good practice to give the largest range. 10.10.255.0/27 is enough, but let me give /24. Am I clear on this? So for the gateway subnet, generally we try to give the largest IP address. So in this gateway subnet, what would be present? Virtual network gateway. Okay. So let me basically, okay, speak about this gateway. Okay. So right. And one more thing. Okay. So I will be using a gateway which is called as VPN gateway. Let me try to use that one also. What is VPN gateway? What is VPN gateway? Okay. So this is specific type of virtual network gateway that is used to send encrypted traffic, okay, between on-premise location and Azure virtual network. Okay. Am I clear on this? Okay. So now gateway subnet. Gateway subnet will have virtual network gateways, and VPN gateway is one of the kind of virtual network gateway which helps you in connecting your on-premises to your Azure. Now let me go back to this image. Sorry. Okay. So in this, what I would have is Azure VPN gateway icon. Okay. So I think this is okay. All right. I have to make it still smaller. Right. A VPN gateway. Right. And then basically what we end up creating is okay. Let me use a different color. Okay. Okay. Right. Right. Fine. We end up creating something which we refer as okay. I'm sorry for the cylindrical shape, but I can't get better than this. Yeah. I think this tells the story. Okay. Right. So this is referred as okay, IPsec IKE site to site VPN tunnel. Okay. So now this tunnel will go and connect to okay Right. Your on-premise location. Okay. And in your on-premise location, as I said, there will be one server. One server. Okay. Which is VPN. Okay. Which will have one particular kind of IP address. One particular kind of IP address, which we basically refer as, okay, VIP. Which we basically refer as VIP. Okay. Right. So now in here, what is happening? We are having a subnet, and in that subnet we create a what do you call local gateway subnet, and in that gateway subnet we will basically create, okay, what is it we'll be creating? We'll be creating a different kinds of gateways, virtual network gateways. Okay, so that virtual network gateways, okay, is basically referred as what? VPN gateway, generally in site-to-site connection. Okay. And remember, in your organization, you will have a VPN device, right? You will have a VPN device. Okay. So that VPN, in the case of Azure, is referred as, okay, Azure Local Network Gateway icon. Okay. So let me try to put this VPN server icon. So your organization will have some kind of VPN server, right? Yeah. So let me put this as a VPN server. Okay. So in your organization, whatever VPN server which you have, is referred, okay, inside the Azure as what? As a local gateway. So this is referred as local gateway. Okay. Now, once you create this connection is basically helps you in connecting your on-premises to the Azure. But understand one thing, you cannot have network conflicts. Right? So I am drawing over here 10.11.0.0/16. Am I clear on this? And generally this has a static public IP address. Okay? Static public IP address. All of your work from home connections generally have this. You are connecting to the VPN gateway. Okay. So, but that kind of connections are basically referred as point to site, and this is referred as site to site VPN connection. Site to site VPN connection. Okay. Right. The first type which I want to speak is site to site VPN connection. Okay. So I'm just drawing this image straight away. Right. Right. Okay. Right. And we can create the site to site VPN in a portal also. But unfortunate thing is we can create all of this side of the stuff. But in the on-premise where you have a VPN server and all of that stuff, that we cannot create. That's the difficult part over here. Okay. So am I clear? We cannot create this VPN in our lab because, okay, of hardware restrictions. Okay. But if you want to see the steps of creating the stuff, I will give you a reference. Okay. So refer here, let me Azure site to site VPN portal. Okay. So just look at the steps over here. This is more than enough for you because we cannot create this. We will not have a local gateway. That's the bigger problem, right? Till this part we can do. We cannot create this local network gateway because we don't have an office and we don't have a VPN server, right? So if you have that in your organization, it is easy for you to basically deal with this stuff. Okay, right? And then, okay, so whenever you're dealing with VPN, are you seeing this VPN devices? Okay, so from Azure, what are the different VPN devices which I can connect to? Okay, if your organization is using any of the existing, right? So if your organization is using any of the VPN devices mentioned over here, we can establish site to site VPN. Okay, if you see, most of the VPNs are basically covered. All right. So if you see, we have Cisco, and most of us will end up using Cisco, right? But there are other VPN connections also. Yeah. So your VPN connections, and then you can do it. And it also tries to tell you that even if you don't have you have a different VM, you can experiment. You can do your own testing, and if that works out, you can use that stuff. Okay. Here he tries to tell you the whole stuff around it. Okay. But if your company is using any of the existing VPN devices which are mentioned over here, okay, then you need not basically do anything. They are already tested. Okay. It is not present over here, right? Okay. So then it falls under this stuff. Okay. Non-validated VPN devices, and you have to validate it. Yeah. Right, sir. Okay. So if your company is using BGP, then BGP also can be set up over in this site-to-site VPN. In this site-to-site VPN. But if you don't know BGP, leave it at that. I'll not get into that stuff. Okay. Right. And the other scenario, okay, is this. Okay. You have a VPN connection. Okay. Right. You have a VPN connection. But your organization doesn't have one site. It has multi-sites. It has multi-sites. Okay. So in that case, okay. Right. Even in that cases, we can go and connect to your organization. Right. Yeah. BGP is Border Gateway Protocol, sir. Not BGP is not has nothing to do with BCP, Business Continuity Plan. No, Border Gateway Protocol, networking protocol. Am I clear on audio at this moment? Okay. So, for example, some of the organizations will have multi-sites, right? Even in that cases, the story is same. Even in that cases, the story is same, right? You can use a VPN gateway, and then you can connect to multiple VPN devices which are connected to different sites of your organization, Okay. So this is something which we call as multi-site. connections. Okay. Okay. But the ground principle is your IP addresses should not collide. That is always there. Okay. Here I have to write 109, and most probably this will become 110. Right. Yeah. Good. Okay. And point to site, even I am not referring. We generally don't use point to site a lot. Okay. But this is something which you would be using a lot. Okay. In this scenario, if the failover works, one site is down, the traffic will be redirected from another on-prem site. Sir, to be very specific, it is not for failover kind of scenarios. Consider your team has two branches or two sites, one in Bangalore and other in Hyderabad. Okay. And your engineers from both the teams are using VNet. Okay. Now, if you want to connect to Azure, should it be only one site connecting to Azure or both the sites connecting to Azure? Satya Krishna, my question is to you, both the sites connecting to Azure. So then those are the cases where I'll go with multi-site to VPN connections. Yeah? Am I clear on that? It is not for failover. Yeah? So if your internet is gone down to your offices, both the networks will be down. There is no failover concept over here. Okay? Because VPN connections rely on internet. Okay? But if you remember, okay, right? We have discussed about Azure Global Network or Azure Backbone Network, right? So let me go to that. Remember, I show this image generally. Okay. So if you see Azure Backbone Network is connected to every region, and Microsoft calls something as edge site. Microsoft calls something as edge site. Okay. Am I clear on this? Yes, sir. Edge site. What is the purpose of this edge site? The purpose of this edge site is to help organizations to directly connect to Azure Backbone Network, or in the case of media streaming. For example, if you have basically created something like what you call Netflix or any other platform hosted on Azure, we want users of that not to use video from one location, but to use it from many different locations. Right? So basically, right? How do I deal with this kind of scenarios is, right? So whenever you are basically dealing with VPN connections, you are using internet. And using internet, can we get a consistent speed on internet? Is it possible to get a consistent speed on internet? No, we cannot get the consistent speed on internet. So what Microsoft tries to tell you is, okay, I have edge locations, and okay, using edge locations, okay, you can create the connection, okay, or you can, let me put it in there, take a leased connection, okay, between your organization and edge location. Okay. So you have a leased connection between your organization and the edge location. And once that is connected to that, and from there it connects to Azure backbone. Okay. So these kind of connections are referred as express routes. Okay. So let me go to Azure express route. So are you seeing this image? This is what I'm interested in. This is your organization network, right? From your organization network to Microsoft Edge location, you will try to take a leased line. Okay. This partner edge means that you are going and trying to take the leased line bit from companies like Airtel, AT&T, right? There are different partners which Microsoft Azure supports. Okay. You would go and directly take the connection. And once you take the connection, then basically what happens is this, you from your office to edge location, there is a direct connection. You are connected to Azure's backbone network from partner edge to Microsoft Edge using a express route circuit. Okay. And you are using basically backbone network. For ignore this red line. Red line is for Office 365. But just look at this blue line. You can be connected to your Microsoft Azure. Okay. And over here, you get bandwidth options. Okay. Consistent bandwidth options. Right. So let me use this. Right. Okay. Now you can purchase, okay, consistent bandwidth options ranging from, okay, 50 Mbps to 10 Gbps. Okay. So from your office to Azure, you can basically try to take a connections which can basically go with this, right? In this, you have to take the external connections. Right? Am I clear on this? Okay. Now, if you bring this express route, if your organization has taken an express route, okay. So then basically what happens is, okay, let me try to cut down on all of this. Okay. So your organization, right? In your organization, what you would have is you would have a new gateway, new virtual network gateway. And that virtual network gateway is called as Azure Express Route Gateway icon. Okay. I'll use the same image. Okay. So what is this gateway now? This is Express Route Gateway. Now, this Express Route Gateway, right, directly connects, okay, has, okay, Express Route connectivity. Okay. And this connectivity is private connectivity. It is not using internet at all. Okay. Between your Azure virtual network and your on-premise. Am I clear on this? But this will cost more, right? So until and unless your organization basically has, okay, lot of what do you call need for it, then basically there is no need for you to look into this, right? Okay. So you can create a coexisting connections. You can have a VPN gateway and then you can have an express route gateway, right? Right. So now, Satyakishwar, you are asking about failover, right? This is failover. Okay. Yeah. Right. In the earlier case also, you can make it as a failover. It depends on how you create your routing. Okay. But the whole idea is, right? In here you have express route gateway. If express route for some reason is down, you have VPN connectivity. You have VPN connectivity, right? So this is okay. Also one kind of a connection that is possible between your virtual networks and your organized on-premise location. But as I said, this last option is considered to be costlier. Okay. So site-to-site VPNs and express routes can coexist. Can coexist. Am I clear on this? Yeah. Yeah. This lays the foundation for hybrid cloud. See, once you are connecting your organization and your Azure network, then and if you are connecting privately, right? This lays right foundation for hybrid cloud. Yes, Sadashiv. This is the first step towards your hybrid cloud. Okay. So if is express route specific to a route resource group? No, express route has nothing to do with a resource group, right? So express route is specific to a virtual network. Yeah, right. Okay. But you can connect it to multiple virtual networks once you have taken a leased line. Yeah. So in this example, you are connecting your express route to express route gateway, right? So if you want to connect it to multiple virtual networks, right? There is one kind of very interesting architecture in networking. Okay. So that is going to be our last topic of the day, Azure Hub and Spoke. So generally, whenever you want to connect to multiple networks, this is what your organizations do. Am I clear on this? So you have multiple virtual networks. Okay. You will not directly establish connection to that virtual network. What you would do is you would create a in between one virtual network which you call as hub. Okay. And this hub will have route to every other virtual network which you are willing to connect. Okay. So hub and spoke, very popular architecture in networking, right? So if you want to share VPN connections, okay, or if you want to use VPN or express route to connect to multiple virtual networks in Azure, okay, use hub and spoke network architecture. Am I clear on this? So if you are connecting on premises to express gateway, express route will have express gateway, and from express gateway you can connect to multiple virtual networks, right? Who will manage hub virtual network? Is it Azure? No, there is no Azure managed service over here. You have to create this app. See, this is a virtual network. Are you seeing this? This is a virtual network. Okay. In that virtual network, you are creating a gateway subnet and you are supposed to create a peering connection. This is something which you have to do. Okay. There is no network admin in this business, sir. It is you. Yeah. Network admin might become a cloud engineer. Don't expect that there is an, for all of the networking, I'll have networking stuff. Okay. Sir, focus on what is important, sir. What is jump box is not important at this moment. Yeah. అయినా శ్రవణ్ మీరు ఆల్రెడీ మీకు ఇది తెలిసి ఉండాలి. ఫర్ యూ షుడ్ ఆల్రెడీ నో దిస్, రైట్? Because I think you were part of networking essentials or cloud essentials class. Yes or no, sir? A machine which is present in public subnet which helps you to connect to the other machines which are present in private subnets are called as jump boxes or bastion hosts. Right? వెంటనే మర్చిపోతే ఎలాగండి? Yeah. Right. Okay. Right, sir. So basically the point is in VPN connections, I can't really create a lab setup for it because we don't have the on-premises side of the world. Okay. So you can create everything on the cloud side of the world, but we cannot create anything on on-premise side of the world, right? For your organizations, they already have VPN devices, so you can make them communicate with Azure. You can make them communicate with Azure. Am I clear on this, sir? Yeah. Right? So can we connect servers which are running in our office to Azure? Now can I have a web server in Azure and a database server in my office? Will they work? Yes or no? Using VPN connections, can I use private IP addresses to connect? That's the whole reason around it. So my web server might be in Azure and my DB server might be in Office, or my web server might be in my office and my DB server might be in Azure. Okay, I can connect to the DB server using private network, and for that I can use either VPN or express route. That is the whole moral of today's story, whatever we have discussed in today's class. Am I clear on this, sir? Yeah. So we have couple of networking topics left. As I said, I will be speaking about that over the weekend. From tomorrow onwards, we will be starting about identity. Okay. We will be speaking about Azure Active Directory. Right. So from tomorrow onwards, it is going to be Azure Active Directory, and then over the weekend, we will have 3 hours of Azure Active Directory in addition to that networking class. Okay. Right. Okay, sir. I'll stop it at that, and we'll meet again tomorrow to continue this discussion. Thank you.